GameCube, Nintendo, 5% tint, so you can't see up in my window.
Niggas
Don't understand me, cause I'm boss dog on
candy.
Top down at Max's with a big handy. Pieced up, creased up, staying dressed to impress. Big boss belt buckle under my Michelin S. Oh, Gucci shades up on my braids when I escalade. When I'm riding spree wheel sliding like a escapade. I got it made, the big boss of the north. Ain't change, I still represent Swisher House.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight, it's the Orlando Magic as they'll be playing against the Utah Jazz. For the Jazz, they come into this game after a loss to the Wizards. We've kind of waited and waited for this team to come together and start producing, but it just hasn't happened. And now we've gotten pretty deep into the season, so time's not on their side. And pro basketball continuing to evolve. A lot of talk about the power forward position and changes to how it's being.
We're in the place they call the Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida. It's the home of the Magic, where we are broadcasting our action live today. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. That's certainly what we have in store for us today. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. The Magic are looking to grab one here for the home fans in Orlando before heading out again. What a story right now for these guys. Win after win. It's been a phenomenal stretch.
The way this team has played, Kevin, I would expect them to continue the win streak against this team because, quite honestly, they enjoy a lot of matchup advantages in this one.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup. Carter out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. And it's Gilgeous Alexander in at the one spot. A shot by Knight, no good. Here's Osman. He's guarded by Knight. Looking at the mid-season numbers for international viewership, Doris, the league is really making an impression around the world.
I know soccer is maybe the biggest sport worldwide, but what has struck me over the last 5 to 10 years is how global a game basketball has become, and the fact that it's one of the fastest growing sports in the entire world. And make no mistake, to me, it's the league that has brought this ability to bring people together with incredible stars who fans can relate to. The one guy that comes to mind, obviously, Steph Curry.
Well said. The vision of the league, to me, is just incredible and unequal. Doris, you've covered the NBA and the Jazz for so long. Just how much does this team mean to its community?
Well, this is one of the great environments in the entire NBA. Jazz fans are diehard. They're loud and they're proud. And I'll tell you, as the only pro team in the state, it's no wonder.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Offensive rebound. Okidi. And at last, they get one to fall.
Well, he doesn't quit on that play. Just stays with it and gets some easy points on the putback. That's nice.
Pass to Osman. Mitchell outside. Outside Harris. Carter kicks to Harris. Another miss by Utah.
Well, they know not to leave him open for mid-range, and they're all over him on that shot.
And stolen by Harris. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the dish to Carter. Harris trying to get free. That doesn't go, and he's 0-1 from the field. Magic have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Inside, Money. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Money's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy. Now they're simply having trouble getting their legs underneath them, right? They're just 1 for 5 to start things off.
Hits the 3-point foul. Money's got 5 points so far.
And a good judge of spacing. Sees he can get it off over the taller man.
I'll tell you, he did a nice job feeling the defense out, rising up with ease from the perimeter.
Mitchell wide open. The Jazz with another miss. Magic leading by 3. Here's Money. Johnston passes to Money. And he's going up for the alley-oop. It's stolen by Carter. Here's Osman. He's guarded by Knight. Harris, no good.
Boy, a little too casual on the layup. Temporary loss of focus, not good.
And it's Osman with the rebound. Jazz trail by 3. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Harris. Pops in the layup for 2. Harris has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates, really strong.
Yeah, we're seeing some early signs that he is on his game. That putback's a good illustration of the work he's ready to put in tonight.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Hat. And we get a moment to check out the team scoring leaders. Number 1, the Magic.
I mean, it's an exciting brand of basketball that they're playing. They've got such deadly weapons. Teams have had a heck of a time trying to slow them down.
Utah's gone 0-3 from 3-point land. Nothing yet going outside. The layup off target.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
To the inside.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And that's a foul called on Money. That's his first foul.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Fords the pass to Cohen. Down low. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Magic leading by 3. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. A nice shot by Harris.
Well, in that individual matchup, the rim is totally unprotected. He's just got too much size on him.
And Knight slams it in.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
Munoz passes to Harris. Lets it go with the 3. That shot, no good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. They put up a nice nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was nowhere to be found, and it cost them all night long.
Here's Munoz. Fords the pass to Munoz. And it's Orlando with the rebound. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
And remember, they won both games in this matchup last year. No small feat.
And these two teams could easily end up meeting to decide the NBA championship. Tonight could be a preview of something with more on the line down the road.
They get a hand on it. Harris passes to Munoz. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Money, and he jams it with authority.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Jazz trail by 9. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Bobbed up there for Knight, and Knight slams it in.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And it's early, but obviously you've got to like the dominance down low. They're simply bullying the other team right now.
Utah calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Russell, he's checked in for Cook. Yes, that goes in. He has 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Now, here is Russell. He's tightly guarded. Kicks to Harris. Down low. The shot's good from Forbes. Forbes has got his first basket of the night.
How good is that pass? Certainly makes the offensive opportunity easy.
Basket good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Harris outside. Russell left side. Shot on the wing. And that one is off. And it's the Magic taking it the other way.
But on the glass so far, it hasn't even been close.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Utah called for the foul. The Magic shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And the first one drops. Locker room presence, one of the aspects that gets overlooked by fans, but Doris, not by coaches. And there are some players who have that presence.
You know what, Kevin? And this can take the shape of a lot of different things. So one guy that comes to mind is Sean Livingston. Always calm, always about team. Thaddeus Young is not a name necessarily that is at the top of everybody's best player list, but anyone who's ever coached Thad Young believes in his ability to affect positively a locker room. Then you have those guys who maybe are going to challenge you a little bit more, but ultimately are good for the team. And I would cite Draymond Green, who will call out a teammate if necessary, push them to greater heights. You need both kinds, I think, Kevin, in your locker room.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
A moment here to look at the numbers for money. Just an incredible month of basketball. First in scoring, first in assists, and he's first in the league in steals per game. Just an incredibly aggressive and tenacious defender.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. #1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Knight. That shot off. And Utah the other way now. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
You could say they certainly were not on a string on the defensive end. They need to be so much better moving forward.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Luke. Here's Money. He's guarded by Russell. Money passes to Johnston. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
It's tipped. And here we go. Here's Money. Orlando gets it back. A nice shot by Knight. Knight's got 10 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
1:53 left here in the first quarter. And to look out the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Utah.
And they are going where the going is good for them right now. The painted area, high percentage, and high volume shots.
He's off on the first. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Here's Money, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
1:22 left to play here in the first. Cook. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Forbes. It's tipped. And here we go with the Magic. That's great. Lobbed up there for Knight. An emphatic LU jam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Cohen. To the paint. They need this. It's deflected. And again, Orlando running the court in transition.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Utah. The pass to Cohen. Back to Russell. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Money's got 4 rebounds in this game. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. First trip to the line for him here.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
First free throw is good. So he hits 1 of 2 from the strike. In transition, here come the Jazz. With 1 on the clock, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Orlando with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this. far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And a very convincing performance from the Magic so far.
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
I'll tell you, they've simply been more assertive in the open floor. They're leaking out early, converting with confidence.
The Jazz shooting a disastrous 25% from the field so far. In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Jazz, we've got Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Terry in at the 3 spot. A nice shot by Knight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Christopher. Feeds it to Forbes. And again, Orlando running the court in transition. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Got a piece of it. And here we go at Cook into the hoop for the finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness, converting at the other end.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Here's Money. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Inside. And the turnover again by Orlando. Some great shooters here. Let's check out the league leaders. Kevin Love, 4th.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
Pass to Christopher. Uncovered. That's good on the jump shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter.
I'll tell you, good or not, that isn't a shot they'll want him to take again.
Here's Money. He's got 18. Lets it go from 14. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Cook's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. The feed now to Forbes. No good that time. And it's the Magic taking it the other way.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Money. Banked in off the glass. Money's got 20.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Vicious to Cook. Fires from the wing. And there the Magic with another bucket.
Well, the offense is running well, but more importantly, they're taking the shots they know they can make.
Well, they haven't had to force anything. They're simply moving the ball and working for the best available shot.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing as well at the defensive end.
Well, you've got to look at this guy's shooting as one of the main reasons they've been able to build this lead.
They get a hand on it. To the middle. Looking to end the run. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
And he gets it to go. He's got 6.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Boy, the opposition has got to feel an avalanche bearing down on them right now. They're wiping them off the floor.
Pass to lose. Here's Christopher. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Left side, Terry. From downtown. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Knight. Here's Money. 24 points for him. A floater. Terry looking over the floor. The pass to Christopher. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
I'll tell you, such a tremendous rhythm to that sequence. Great player movement, great ball movement on the lead pass.
Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Jazz have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Terry. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Christopher. Over Cook. The rebound by Cook. Here's Money.
Oh! That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And another steal for him.
And you got to be careful around him.
No, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far.
I tell you what, you've got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man from attacking.
And Greg, even then, he might just go over it. Check out the elevation he gets. Here, my goodness. And that's a foul called on Money. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. We know James Harden joined Durant and Westbrook in winning league MVP honors, Doris. Had those 3 stayed together in Oklahoma City, is there any doubt in your mind that they would have won at least one NBA championship?
Well, you think back to the time they worked together, and they did go to an NBA Finals and ended up being eliminated by LeBron James and the Miami Heat. So obviously, you like the opportunity they would have had to go to more. And let's give a little credit to the great GM of the Oklahoma City franchise, Sam Presti, who is responsible for the drafting of 3 MVP candidates. That in and of itself is quite remarkable. But you know this, Kevin. The success and failure, there is such a fine line. And there's a tenuous nature to things, an injury at the wrong time. So many times this trio was tripped up by an untimely situation. So, I mean, if they stay together, yes, you like their chances, but this is why history states otherwise.
Mitchell outside. Back to Carter. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Money's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Well, that's how you attack in transition. Remarkable effort, getting as high percentage a look as you can really get.
Munoz passes to Hayes, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And here's what the schedule for Orlando looks like. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons. And then on Friday, they'll head back home to host the Miami Heat.
And for that matchup with the Wizards, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Pass to Munoz. No one near him. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Rejected by Harris. And there's Knight. That's good on the assist from Cook. Knight's got 18 points.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Munoz passes to Harris. Orlando grabs the miss. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Well, typically speaking, transition points are high percentage looks. Get out and go, that's their philosophy.
Here's Money, 32 points in the game. And the powerful one-handed slam.
flying high and throwing it down. With the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And now we get a chance to check out Donovan Mitchell. How last month turned out for him. 13th in free throw percentage, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And he deserves credit for knocking down such a high percentage of his free throws. It's not a glamour part of the game, but incredibly important nonetheless. Money, and again, it's the Magic from deep.
Boy, his output has been impressive today, and it doesn't look like he's done cooking just yet.
Here's Munoz. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Trying to end the drought. And he lays it up and in. 6 points for him.
I know how popular threes are in the NBA, but boy, you can't do better than those quality looks in the paint.
Here's Money. He's started by Russell.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Just great timing on that play, too, guys. Makes it impossible for the defense to react.
Took him no time at all on that one.
I'll tell you, you're not going to find a much more confident basketball player. He always believes the points are going to come.
To the inside. Here's Johnston. No good on that one. And Utah the other way now. Kicks it to Carter. Lets it go from deep. His fourth shot. His fourth miss. Still looking for his touch tonight. Here's Money. Draws contact on the shot. And now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
The Magic have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And straight isolation basketball, Doris, something we used to see a lot more. But for a guy like James Harden or Steph Curry, that's still a very viable option.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, if you've got the likes of LeBron James or Kevin Durant or Chris Paul, guys who are able to create their own offense, to me, you want to take advantage of that skill set. It's about what your personnel strengths are. So can you surround a great creator with the shooters necessary? Because if you do, all of a sudden, as a defense, there's a price to pay if you're going to help off. Right, because somewhere, some way, the best offensive talent is going to showcase its skill.
Hayes is checked in for the Jazz. Second free throw, no good. Utah's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. The quick look, no good that time.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
Passes to Munoz. Russell left side. Orlando grabs the miss. Here's Money, and he has 42. Nice team from Russell. We've got 1:23 left in the first half of basketball. Here's Money. And there it is for him. Money's got 44.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Utah shooting terribly up to this point. Just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. And Hayes kicks to Russell. Off with the layup.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Well, we call that crowding the shooter, right? You don't give up an inch. That's just perfect defense.
Utah shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. 43 seconds left in the second quarter. Hayes the pass to Cohen. Poked loose. Unhindered, going all the way. Here's Money. The fast break ends at the rim with the jam.
Incredible reverse throwdown excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk. The pass to Hayes. Out to Russell. Pass to Munoz. Here's Osman. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Magic out in front, running into this one. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, they just about ran their offense to perfection. They pounded the ball inside, and the entry feeds were on time and on the money. It was a clinic to watch. The second half is going to be no contest if they keep hitting shots 8 feet in half.
And Shaq, how do you think the Jazz were playing?
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter is set to begin in just a few.
Flying high above Lake Eola in downtown Orlando as we welcome you back to the action at the Amway Center. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Money.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change. He's got a double-double.
I'll tell you, he took over the game in that first half, Greg. They really have got to find a way to slow this guy down.
Money out there with Cook. And it's Johnston in at the 4 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Absolutely perfect start to the half, setting the tempo right away with an easy opportunity at the cup.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. A 3-point game, such a big part of the NBA. Let's see the best teams at it. Number 1, the Magic.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
The Jazz shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Poked away and stolen by Knight. He lobs it up.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Well, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Good work defensively by Carter. And it's Utah's ball. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. There's the 3, and again it's Orlando with the 3.
Boy, they have leaned on this guy to carry their offense today, and he has come through with flying colors.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
He got it again. Sensational. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Oh, terrific. Pick. Then then kicks it right ahead, turning defense into offense.
Yeah, that's perfect in transition, right? He knew exactly what to do after picking that ball off.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Money. And good. He hits it again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Pass to Osman. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander trying to get open as caught. The Jazz with another miss. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Money. Non-stop scoring machine here. Here's Osman. And that time, also a missed shot. Orlando's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Knight wide open. Again, the Magic score.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Utah's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. With the teardrop. Ball stolen. And here they come. Here's Money. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
There's no doubt. They're making all the right moves. Their chemistry tonight has been phenomenal.
Knocks it loose. Played in with a nice touch on. The glass. Money's got 57 points.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Misses off the left iron.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Nothing they're doing on the defensive end is working. They've got to figure something out, and fast.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 8. Harris outside. Tries from 10. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And it's Orlando's ball. Huge run right now for him. Going 19-2. Jazz have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Pass to Osman. Mitchell outside. It's not going to go for him.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball was that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
And that's a foul called on Money. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Down low. Another steal. Pass to Johnston. Now the dish to Knight. Here's Cook. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. Knight's got 5 assists in the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Here is Forbes, and here's Harris from the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic. Money's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Utah's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. The drive by Russell. Shot to stop the run, and the layup is up and in. Forbes has got his second bucket.
I'll tell you, this guy does some tough work on the glass, battles as hard as anybody for those second chance opportunities.
Money 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
He's made 2 of his last 5 attempts so far at the line. And that one misses. The Jazz making a switch here. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Well, he works to find the open space behind the arc, and it pays off with the 3. Nice.
Now the pass to Johnston. Boom, he kings it straight down.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
Boy, I'll tell you, Greg, that's just inexcusable. All they had to do was box him out. You learn a lesson the hard way in that instance.
Cohen, he's guarded by Knight. Can't hit from the elbow.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Money. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
What's that? They are just killing him on the interior.
The Jazz making a switch here. Hayes is checked in. The Magic have had an off night from the stripe tonight. Utah has gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. To the middle. Russell with a wide open look. No good on the 3.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Here's Money. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. A nice shot by Knight.
And really the story of the half. One team shooting it lights out. The other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. They don't find a way to switch it back on. They're in trouble.
Back to Russell. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter. Orlando's gotten the 3 ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Passes it to Cohen. And Utah making a change here. Terry's checked in. Pass to Munoz. Pass to Hayes. 3-pointer. That shot off the mark. And Orlando will come the other way. Here's Money. Okidi. Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. Feeds to Terry. Got a piece of it. Let's go. And another assist for him. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
And so it's Terry bringing it up for Utah. He dishes it to Forbes. The pass to Munoz. Nice ball movement by Utah. Wasted no time on that one. He's got 8.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Orlando's gone along perfectly from 3-point range. Tonight they've gone 5 for 5. Money passes to Johnston. And another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel. Actively seeking out his teammate.
Kicks it to Forbes. Now here's Terry. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Passes it to Munoz. Tries it from the top of the key, and there's another one for the Jazz.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Here's Money. Non-stop scoring machine here. Again, what an avalanche. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Pass to Munoz. Puts it up from 12. Orlando grabs the miss. Here's Cook. Crops one in from the wing. Cook's got 13.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Munoz passes to Cohen. Shot from the low block. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Money's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Knight in the corner. Inside. Here's Money. And good. There's another.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play. He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Fires from 14. Forbes with the rebound.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
Out left of the wing. Here's Munoz. Drains the three-pointer. 11 points in the game. Out of bounds. Orlando takes possession. Here's Money. Money from the wing.
Boy, they don't waste any time on that inbound play. Very little the defense can do to react to that one.
And the Jazz can't hang on to the ball.
Well, he's obviously anticipated different movement there, and instead of an easy connection, the pass sails straight into the front row.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Orlando out in front, running away with it. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Utah, looking at who they've got to start the 4th quarter. You've got Hayes, and it's Terry, and it's a 3.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
So often when a player changes teams, Doris, we see a lot of emotions from him, his teammates, from the fans, and coaches. Is it even reasonable to expect loyalty in sports nowadays?
You know, I think times have changed, Kevin. We're no longer living in an era where a player sticks with an organization throughout the course of his tenure, or at least that is the outlier nowadays. The reality is teams always make decisions with their long-term best interests at heart. And so when a player has earned the right to embrace his free agency, there's a reason it's termed free agency, then he should have an equal opportunity to the team to make the decisions that are in his best interest. Whatever those values and priorities for that individual player are, when you reach free agency, you've earned that right.
Russell dishes to Hayes. Count that one.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
Orlando's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Money, and he's going up for the alley-oop. Lou grabs the board.
And really, they had the play all set up there, and then it just breaks down.
I can't believe they didn't pull that one off. Everything seemed there. They've got to be upset with themselves.
Here's Money. He got it again. Sensational.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable.
And how's that for a solo performance?
Well, you couldn't do it any better than that, Greg. Textbook execution on the break.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Russell. Softly drops in the floater.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
Here's Money. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Pass to Christopher. Cuts off the pass. And here we go with Cook. Heading to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway lane. Cook's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
Poked loose. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. And another one falls. Amazing.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. For Utah, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Russell with it. You always hear coaches preaching consistency. Doris, what enables that kind of night in, night out reliability?
Well, I think a lot goes into it, and you can start with pride, Kevin. If you're putting in the kind of preparation necessary, then you're going to take a certain amount of pride in the things you do on a night-by-night basis. Things aren't always going to go your way, but it's not how you end the night, it's how do you respond in the middle of the game when things are going against you. Calls haven't gone your way, or perhaps there's a bad matchup. What's your response? So a lot of things go into consistency, and it's why we take special pride covering players who pride themselves on being available.
And one of the most admired things you have, too, as well.
Correct. Michael Jordan loved to play every night.
Here's Money. To the middle. Shoots a fader. And that one is off. And it's Utah the other way. Mitchell kicks to Russell. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
A different look for Utah. Harris comes in for Donovan Mitchell. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Russell. Looking to get it going. Here's Lou. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's what you call working inside out. Drawing the defense in close, kicking it out for the open jump shot. Nice and easy.
Ripped away. And here's the break. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Boy, after an up and down first half, he's finally gotten a flow. These are the right shots for him.
Here's Money. Doris, when you view international basketball, 13 and 14-year-olds playing in academies, some players turning pro overseas at 16, Would something like that work in this country?
You know what, Kevin? I'm not necessarily for something like this. What I do believe is the NBA could become more involved across the board, and we should have more uniformity in basketball in general. And I think one of the ways to do that is to make sure we set up some sort of basketball committee across the different levels of basketball, starting with youth, going to high school, into college, then the semi-professional sort of basketball leagues out there, or the formative leagues like the G League, and then the NBA. I think we just need to look at the game in its totality and create some measure of uniformity. But frankly, I don't love the idea of 13 and 14-year-olds leaving their home to go to, quote, sport academies. That's how it's done, gentlemen. You don't pass to a player, you pass to a spot. Let your teammate run into it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander from beyond the arc. Lou can't get it to go. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. And there's the pass to Money. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
It's stolen by Harris.
Yeah, really bad timing, guys, to start coughing it up. He's got 3 turnovers here in the fourth.
Takes it to Forbes. Here's Lou. The layup missed.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Knight. He'll bring it up for the Magic. Here's Money. G League last season experimenting, Doris, with coaches' challenges of certain calls during games. You see that perhaps moving over as well to the NBA?
Kevin, my understanding on this is that across NBA ownership, there is real momentum to allow for a coach's challenge. And I think it's commonplace to see teams argue a call. When it's all said and done, we want to get things correct. And so maybe you see this happen in the G League. And what's the carryover to the NBA? I don't know, but I can tell you unequivocally, ownership wants to see a coach's challenge in the NBA at some point.
And I think, Doris, anytime you can make those coaches do more, put more on the line, just adds to the intrigue of the game.
No question.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Passes it to Cohen. He swipes the ball away again.
And he's just been... Oh! And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Utah's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Another steal.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I can say so, it was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Forbes can't get it to go.
Boy, too much traffic in the lane. Very difficult finish with the defense straight all over him.
And he just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Another steal. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Shoots the 3. And another one falls. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Well, the league is always looking for ways to adjust the rules, make them better. There's a committee that studies this every single year, and you know, with that in mind, Doris, any rules you think they should alter or tweak?
Yeah, there's absolutely one, Kevin, and I think this goes to the point where perhaps we can have some more unity. Unbelievable.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
To the paint to stop the drought. He takes it up and lays it in.
I'll tell you, unless someone gets a hand to it, it's hard to miss the mark from that close range.
Here's Money. Pass to Johnston. Here's Money. Rebound, Utah. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's Money. To the middle. A steal. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. 1:51 left to play in the final quarter. Cook, the pass to Money. To the paint. Here's Johnston, and he lays it straight in.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
You know, a lot of people have looked at the schedule of the NBA, Doris, and they think, you could eliminate back-to-backs of teams that face each other 4 times in a season, do a 2-game series in each city. It's kind of a baseball-type feel. Would you support that?
It's an intriguing possibility to me, Kevin, because, one, it would cut down on travel, which obviously would make things a little bit better and easier for players. The travel schedule is taxing, particularly on back-to-backs. And so I don't know if there would be an opportunity for Adam Silver to maybe somehow run a test case. Would you be willing to put it in for a season, see how it fits in the overall context of the season? But it is an intriguing idea, and we are trying to improve the product no matter which way we go.
They get it again. O'Keefe. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That free throw missing. Lou, he's checked in for Utah. He hits the second from the line. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Orlando.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so now on the year they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Money.
Boy, I think you could pick about any area of this basketball game and feel like he excelled in it. He was a dominant figure at both ends of the floor and finishes with a triple-double. What an unbelievable performance.
Outside, Russell. He feeds it to Forbes. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And so the Magic can now just hold on to the ball. Here's Money. He's guarded by Russell. And another one falls. Amazing.
90. A legendary performance.
We'll be talking about this one, Greg, for a long, long time. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a bit margin. And the outcome of this one was never intended.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports Group, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.